Hello and welcome. Today I'm excited to share 5 ways to level up your life by slowing down. Hey everyone, if you're new to my channel, my name is Aurora and I help women awaken their power, sync with cosmic cycles, and ignite their intuition so that they can live a more balanced, brilliant, beautiful life. If that ignites your interest, please click like on the video and subscribe to my channel. So today I was inspired to create this video after watching a video by Jill Scarin called 6 Things I Got Rid of in Order to Level Up My Life. I really liked that video and she shared some great tips for leveling up, and I wanted to expand upon that for 2 main reasons. The first is that for so many of us today, we are feeling very overwhelmed by the intensity and the speed of life. And what I've discovered that rather than go faster to try to keep up with life, I've actually had to slow down. And the second reason is that my word or phrase for the year is level up. So whenever I see this word, I'm guided like a beacon to deepen a little bit more with that word and find out what the next step is for me as I walk on my intuitive journey through this year. I've been thinking a lot about level up. I even have this rock that I painted that says level up here on my desk. And I'll share a little bit more about how you can receive your own sacred seed word or phrase for the year to help guide you a little later on in the video. But first, what does it mean to level up? That's been my guiding inquiry this year. And what I'm discovering is that leveling up doesn't mean go faster, go harder, go with more intensity toward your goal or a destination. For me, it actually means tuning in, slowing down, and listening to my body. Leveling up for me means slowing down. So, the first tip I'd like to share, especially if this is resonating with you and you've been feeling the intensity of these times, is to listen to your body. So often our mind can take over and our body just goes along for the ride. So, take a moment, pause, notice your breath. How does it feel in your body? And notice where you are right now. And when you're considering something in your life, whether to take a next step or a next action, tune in first to how do you feel in this moment? As you begin to think about that next action, does it light you up or does it overwhelm you? And if you still feel like doing it, which happens to me sometimes, and you feel overwhelmed, then use your brilliant brain to help you find strategies on how to make the task or the action a little bit easier. And you can even ask a simple question like, okay, I do want to do this, but how can I simplify it? What can I do to make this easier? I was working with the word ease last year, and that's what I did. I would say, what would ease do? And so I invite you to use that phrase as well if you're having trouble slowing down, because often we get into our habits, right? As you go along the journey, keep checking in with your body for guidance. She'll show you the way. I wanted to share my example of this in my own life is that I was doing these really hardcore HIIT workouts at the gym. And even though I felt very invigorated and I felt like I was getting a good workout and sweating, my body was not liking it. My knees were hurting, my back hurt. Sometimes I'd hurt myself. And so I finally just slowed down and listened and thought, okay, there has to be a different way. And I started doing Pilates. And now what I find is that it's not even an effort for me to sign up for Pilates. I can't wait to go to the next class because I enjoy how my body feels when I'm doing this kind of exercise. So, this invitation to listen to your body can often lead to really great information that is just waiting for you to uncover. The second tip for slowing down in order to level up is to bookend your days with sacred pauses. So I heard once that how you start something is everything. And certainly how you start your day is really, really important. So in your own life, and you can put in the comments below if you like, how do you start your day? Do you start in a rush? Are you stumbling out of bed and grabbing that cup of coffee and then kind of mindlessly scrolling your texts? How do you start your day? And how you do that is very, very important. I've taken on this practice recently. One that I did many years ago, but I'm doing this again, is a practice called The Morning Pages by Julia Cameron, this book called The Artist's Way. And so I write 3 pages every morning as I sit with my coffee. I reflect on the day, I process things in my mind. Sometimes I don't even know what to say, but that's the whole point, is to start the day not by going out for information, like on your phone or on the news, but actually coming in. What does your body, what does your mind, what does your heart have to tell you? And creating a space, these 3 pages to do that has become really very, very important to me and something that I look forward to every day. Now, at the other end of the day is your evening nighttime ritual. How many of you out there have wanted to have an evening ritual, a bedtime ritual, but you've struggled with it? I know that that's me. So, one tip that I learned recently was I didn't have an actual bedtime. Just like a child that has a bedtime at 7:30 or 10 or whatever that time is, depending on their age. I didn't really have a bedtime, but I was still complaining that I couldn't sleep and I didn't get enough sleep. I was just going to sleep when I thought I was tired. By giving myself that bedtime and then creating a ritual around it, some different actions that I do in order to make this routine more exciting, more inviting to me. I have my own bedtime ritual, and how you do that is completely up to you. And I'll probably make another video about my own ritual, but it includes things like essential oil spray on my pillow and some personal time for me. It doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler it is, I think the better it is. But just start by giving yourself a bedtime, a bookend for the end of the day, and a little bit of time for yourself to pause and come back in. So, number 3 is to schedule in slow days. As you plan your days and your to-do list, do you schedule in slow days? Let me know in the comments if you do. And if so, I'm giving you a high five because most of us don't do that. Scheduling slow days means more than just writing free time in on the weekends. It's actually scheduling in and thinking ahead of times in your life when you're very busy. For example, like a big party that you planned or a big launch in your business, or summer days when the kids are home from school, or after you've been ill, or even after you've been taking care of someone. So these are times after you have expended a lot of energy and your body and your mind actually need the time and space to slow down. Schedule in time to take a break. And this doesn't mean getting a massage or going out with your friends or to finish that gardening that needs to be done. But my invitation is to schedule in a slow day where you don't have to do anything if you don't feel like it. It's actually practicing this art of doing nothing that can be so restorative to your mind, to your body, to your psyche. So go ahead and look at your calendar and notice what big event, big thing, big expenditure of energy do you have coming up in your life? And can you go ahead and chart in a slow day for this time so that you can make sure that as you slow down, you're able to level up your own vibration and your own energy? All right, number 4. Take spontaneous nature breaks. So, nature is a beautiful reminder of how we're meant to live. Nature shows us that so much happens naturally in this beautiful, earthy, rhythmic way. When we take time to commune with nature, it helps us to attune to that cycle that is innately ours to follow. So, it could be going out and looking at the moon and noticing the phases of the moon, walking bare feet on the ground, taking time to smell the roses, or watching the birds in the sky. You can go and sit by a body of water or the ocean and watch the waves ebb and flow and really connect to that rhythm that is really ours to reclaim and to live in this world. Now, for some of us, we may not be able to take these spontaneous nature breaks. So, if that's the case for you, I invite you to bring nature in. So, have a beautiful plant near your desk so that you can take a moment to tend to it, to care for it. In fact, caring for plants is a wonderful way to honor and really connect with your own rhythm. You can also buy an essential oil, your favorite one, and spritz it around or take a whiff of it while you are taking this break. You can put a screensaver on your computer of one of your favorite places in nature and just remember how it makes you feel when you're there. Or you can simply look out the window and watch the clouds. There are so many ways in which we can attune to this natural cycle that lives within us to help us to regenerate and to really level up our vibration. Now, the final tip is to connect with the Celtic wheel or the seasonal cycle. This is one of my favorite practices. And if you don't know what the Celtic wheel is, it's a sacred calendar, ancient calendar that honors the natural flow of the seasons. And each of these seasons is marked by a unique festival or what's called a high holy day. And so when you work with one of the 8 holidays, holy days, then you really sync with the energy of that season. So it could be the rebirth energy of spring or the introspective energy of the winter. This wheel really encompasses the journey of life and the journey of growth and new beginnings and completions. It's so helpful in today's really, really fast world to remember this ancient technology. And especially as we navigate this world filled with constant change, this Celtic wheel really provides us a compass for inner and outer exploration. It invites us to attune to these natural earth rhythms, these seasonal rhythms, and it helps us deepen our connection to the cycles and the shape of our lives. Every 6 weeks or so, there is a Celtic holiday. And one of the other things I love is the creation cycle of the Celtic wheel. It's a natural cycle of manifestation. In fact, even this video that you're seeing right now is a result of me connecting with the Celtic energy, the Celtic wheel. With the winter solstice, I received my word, level up. And then because of that, I decided to create a free event called Awakening at Imbolc. This is the High Holy Day on February 1st. That event was to help awaken this sacred seed, word, or phrase to carry with you through the year. It included a journal so that you can use it to work with your word throughout the year. Then I decided to go ahead and see how everyone's doing with their word and come together for another event that I'm hosting this coming week called Ignition. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the links to both Ignition, where you can sign up for free, or if you want to go through my process, which includes a guided meditation, the Sacred Seed Journal, and more explanation about the Celtic Wheel, you can click on Awakening and purchase that for yourself. So I hope that if this has been interesting to you, you will let me know which one of these 5 ways might be one that you want to try. Again, they are: listen to your body first, bookend your days with a sacred pause, schedule in slow time, take spontaneous nature breaks, and sync with the Celtic Wheel holy days every 6 weeks to review, reflect, and reset. Let me know which of these 5 tips has spoken to you so that you can level up your life by slowing down. And if you like this information, please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. I'm wishing you all the best as you ride those seasonal energies. Thank you so much for being a part of my community, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.